The camera flashes exploded, the crowd gasped, and for a split second the entire red carpet forgot to breathe because Belle Hassan had just stepped out of the car in a dress no one would ever forget. The night air buzzed outside the theater in London. Fans pressed against barriers, reporters held microphones high, and photographers balanced on the edges of their toes trying to get the best angle. It was supposed to be just another premiere. Then Belle arrived. Ever since her fiery appearance on Love Island, Belle had learned something about attention. You either run from it or you walk straight into it with confidence. Tonight, she chose confidence. Her gown shimmered under the lights, a deep midnight color that sparkled like a sky full of stars. It hugged every movement and flowed dramatically as she stepped onto the red carpet. And then came the moment. A gust of wind lifted the edge of the dress just enough to reveal a flash of stylish black lace underneath. The photographers went wild. "Belle, over here! Belle, one more shot!" Instead of panicking, Belle laughed. A real laugh, the kind that made the moment feel human instead of scandalous. She placed a hand on her hip and posed like she had planned it all along. The internet would talk about that moment for days. But that wasn't why she came tonight. Tonight was about family. Across the carpet, someone familiar stepped out of the crowd with a proud smile. Her father, the actor Tamer Hassan. If the crowd had been loud before, it doubled instantly, because everyone loved a powerful reunion. Belle spotted him and instantly broke into a grin. "Dad!" she shouted across the carpet. Tamer opened his arms dramatically. "There she is, the star of the night." She walked straight over, heels clicking confidently on the pavement. "You're late," he teased. "I had to make an entrance," Belle replied. And what an entrance! They hugged while cameras captured every second. For Belle, the noise of the crowd faded into the background. Growing up around film sets and premieres, she had always watched her father from the sidelines. Back then, she was the quiet girl observing the chaos of fame. Now, she was in the middle of it. Life had a funny way of turning the tables. "Remember when I used to wait in the car during your events?" she said. Tamer laughed. "You? Quiet? I don't believe that for a second." "Oh, I was shy once." "Not anymore." They began walking down the carpet together, photographers snapping endlessly. Reporters immediately started firing questions. "Belle, did you expect that entrance to go viral?" She smirked. "Honestly, with my luck, yes." More laughter from the crowd. Another reporter asked, "Tamer, are you proud?" His answer came instantly. "Always." There was no performance in his voice, just truth. Moments like this were rare in celebrity life, genuine ones that slipped through the glitter. The host of the event leaned over. "You two might break the internet tonight." Belle shrugged playfully. "That seems to happen when Dad and I are in the same place." Tamer nodded. "She got that from me." "Excuse me," Belle laughed. "I definitely upgraded it." More photos, more flashes, more excitement. But behind the scenes, Belle felt something deeper than the spectacle: gratitude. Reality TV had introduced her to millions of viewers, but it hadn't defined her. She had spent the years since building her own projects, her own voice, her own identity beyond headlines. Still, nights like this reminded her where everything started: family. A young fan near the barrier shouted, "Belle, you're my favorite." She turned instantly and walked over. "What's your name?" "Amira." Belle posed for a quick selfie with her. "Never let anyone tell you not to shine," Belle said. The girl's smile widened like she had just been given the best advice in the world. As Belle walked back, her father leaned toward her. "You're good with people. I learned from watching you." He shook his head. "No, you made your own way." Inside the venue, music echoed and guests mingled beneath warm golden lights. But outside, the buzz kept growing. Phones lit up across social media. Clips of the windy dress moment were already spreading everywhere. Memes, headlines, fan edits. Belle's phone vibrated in her clutch. She glanced at it. Messages, notifications, chaos. She locked the screen again. "Not checking?" her dad asked. "Later," she said. "Why later?" Because right now, she looked around the glowing theater, the cheering fans, the cameras, the excitement. This moment is real life. Tamer smiled quietly. "You're smarter than most people in this business." They stepped inside together. The doors closed behind them, muting the noise of the outside world. But the story of the night was already written. A dramatic entrance, a viral moment, and a reunion that reminded everyone that behind the headlines and glamour, there are still families, laughter, and people figuring things out just like everyone else. Outside, one photographer looked at his camera preview and grinned. "Yeah," he said to himself, "that photo's going everywhere."